Hi, my name is Lauren Higgins Davidson, and I'm applying to San Diego State University for the Marriage and Family Therapy program. I am passionate about working with people and with people who have experienced sexual trauma and creating recovery solutions for that. How I came into this was actually my own experience of sexual trauma. In my personal essay, I do outline that I was raped back in 2020. And, before that point, I was very passionate in the health and exercise industry. You'll see in my resume that I spent 7 years in that industry, and I really did love it. There just came a point in 2022, where I couldn't do that anymore. That's not where my passions lied. It did not serve me anymore to stay in that career. And ultimately, why I'm applying now. So, when I was raped in 2020, I was at the hospital and did proceed with criminal action, went down that route. I was set up at a SART exam, got a advocate with this Center of Community Solutions, and got therapy covered from California VCP, which on my own at the time I could not afford. And both those things were incredibly helpful in my recovery, but there was something lacking. There was community that was lacking. Through my recovery, I found ways that I would get in touch with my body that was not automatically recommended, such as yoga or surfing. Those ways really helped me come into my body as a survivor of sexual assault and rape. And then what also helped me was finding another woman who said, "Me too. This has happened to me." I was 3 months out at that time, and her and I got to talking, and she had been 3 years out. And at the time, for me, it was hard to envision a future past that point. And talking to her and being very vulnerable about how is this possible? How is it possible to make it past this point? And she, of 3 years, was just able to be like, "You will make this through. You can't. It is possible." And that was ultimately what's really helped in my recovery. It is of course, therapy solutions, but movement along with community. So what I want to learn at SDSU are tools, gathering more knowledge about psychotherapy, and being able to be getting connections that could help me create these new recovery solutions. Or not new, I want to say, but combining these recovery solutions to create a new model. I do know that organizations such as SAZA, which is the Sexual Assault Survivors Anonymous, do exist. It is online, and there are classes such as yoga classes for survivors as well. But I don't see the link between them all, which could very well potentially lead to something that could be easily duplicated, and something I would like to try to create going forward as someone, for myself, for more outside of my immediate community. I would have needed that 2 years ago when I was sitting alone in a guilt and shame spiral, not knowing what to do, and just Googling community for sexual trauma survivors. And I want to create that, or create tools to create that, or get tools. So I believe the last question is, what do you imagine at this time will be your contribution to working with others to provide them with helpful mental health? And I do want to create a new care model with those aspects of therapy, community and movement, and being able to easily duplicate this across the board and making it effective and accessible for those who need it. Thank you for your time and consideration. I hope to talk to you all soon. Thank you.